Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
With this equation, please do check the swap. Please do check the swap. It was k square by r square. It is now getting swapped with r square by k square. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
How,
Okay.
how,
Dividing it by r square by k square. So over here in numerator, you'll get r square by k square. And this will reduce to 1. Correct, dear? Fresh?
Yes.
yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now this is fs, correct? This is what is fs to us, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are coming from our derivation on fs. You can recollect what we have inferred for fs. With the
Yes, sir.
baggage, with the baggage that we are carrying, this equation will gel good, correct? Fs
Yes,
is
sir.
less equal to fs maximum. And going ahead with it, we are left with mg sine theta divided by 1 plus r square by k square should be less than or equal to mu into normal, right, dear? Because fs
Yeah.
maximum, there is no doubt, is equated to mu into normal, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Normal in the case at hand is mg cos theta, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Which is the value of mu. Mu should be greater than or equal to tan theta divided by 1 plus r squared by k squared. I repeat, please be mindful of the swap. There it was, if you can recollect, g sine theta divided by 1 plus k square by r square, right?
Yes, sir.
And it
Yes.
is tan theta divided by 1 plus r square by k square, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this will get you the minimum as well. Equality will get you the minimum value of mu, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Remember, this is the minimum value of mu which can support pure rolling when a body is led to fend for itself on an inclined plane of inclination theta. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And having said that, let us take one question just to exhibit it. Tell me what will be minimum value of mu for a sphere. When I say sphere, I mean solid sphere, right, dear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Minimum value of mu to support pure rolling for a
Uh,
sphere.
So will tan theta feature in the equation?
Yeah, it will.
So then it's 2 by 7 tan theta.
2 by 7 tan theta, right? Because theta is not being given to you, right, dear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
My schedule let you know on what theta is. So
Yeah.
certainly it is to follow. And mu will be dependent on theta as this equation is apparently telling about it. Right, dear?
Yes.
Please, it is incumbent on all of you to get the empirical formula in its full fervor. Please get it full throttle. What are the, because the questions can be rephrased or articulated in whichever way the examination deems fit. Correct, dear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Please take a
yes,
note
sir.
of it. It depends on theta and it depends on configuration, right, dear?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So minimum mu depends on only two factors. One is what angle it is inclined at, and the other configuration which has been given with, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Let us take questions now. Write down. A sphere is made to rotate. A sphere is made to rotate with an angular speed omega. A sphere is made to rotate with an angular speed omega. If it is given, if it is given an initial thrust of it is given an initial thrust of velocity v as shown, if it is given an initial thrust of velocity v as shown, find time in which pure rolling, find time at which, make it at which pure rolling will get established. Find time at which pure rolling will get established. Now, as you can see over here, the question is indicative of initially system is not in pure rolling state. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is indicative of the fact, has indicated, it is indicative of the fact that system is not in pure rolling state. Can you justify why did the author err so? Why did the author err so? Why did the author err initially system not being in pure rolling state? Because I know we are coming from pure rolling understanding the other day, correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know what do I mean by pure rolling now? And you got 2 days to revise as well. So you must have cemented your position on it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So why did the author err that it is not initially only? Why did he err that it is not in pure rolling state?
Is it because it has a velocity with respect to the surface?
What has a velocity?
Sphere has a velocity of sphere with respect to the surface is not equal to 0.
No, which point are you referring to? Because different point on sphere will move with different velocity.
The center of mass of sphere.
Center of mass of sphere is not to decide on rolling without slipping or with slipping there. What did I tell you the other
Sorry,
day?
point of contact, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Please speak
Sorry,
in the language you have been spoken to. Okay, Krish?
sir.
Okay. So P is the point over here, and this point should not rub ground, correct?
Yes, sir.
Why ground? Why did I say ground? Because I am on ground, so I am to look from ground. Clear, dear? Remember
Yes,
when
sir.
I was on plank, I told you it should not rub plank, correct?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Here it should not rub ground. And let us see what is velocity of P with respect to Earth. You know this can be written as P with respect to center plus center with respect to Earth, right? Yeah.
Sir.
And if I'm at center, I'll look P moving backwards with omega naught R. Initial it is. So I have taken omega naught, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
R
sir.
will be backward and the other one will be V naught I cap, correct? Which we got the
Yes,
other
sir.
day in a way. V naught minus omega naught R. In which direction? In I cap direction, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, let us place the value of omega naught which we have with ourselves, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Then what you'll get from here, V naught minus V naught by 2, right? R will get cancelled into I cap. Are you with me on this?
Yes,
So
sir.
1 second. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which is what to tell you that point of contact is slipping forward or backward.
It's slipping forwards.
Yes, because we are having speed of point P with respect to Earth when seen directed towards positive x-axis. Can we say that? Or directed to our right. Can we say that?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And directed to our right, rightly said Krish, that it is slipping and slipping forward. What do you say? Rolling with forward slipping, correct, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good enough. Now this is what we want to arrest, isn't it? This is what should get arrested. And it is not our lookout, you know. It is not our lookout. Because unless and until this body attains the state of pure rolling, it will not rest easy. Am I clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Unless till this body attains pure rolling, it will not rest easy. That means it is by default for this body, whatever time it may take. But by default, it is to attain pure rolling state. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, why is it so? Whatever I did make a statement just now, why is it so? Why is it a writing in stone given that it is an axiom? It will be in the state somewhere or the other. It will have to get reinstated on pure rolling. Why I'm saying so? Think of FBD, all of you. It will reclaim, it will reinstate, get reinstated. And that is what I'm trying to justify. Think of free body diagram. In which direction, according to you, friction should act at point of contact?
Sir, it will act in the backward direction.
Okay. Friction, I have told you, again recollect. Friction always it does act opposite the direction of relative motion. Correct there? By that I mean relative acceleration. Clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And I told you that when you want to decide on direction of friction, the first thing that we do is assume that there is no friction acting, right?
Yes, sir.
So assume that there is no friction. If there is no friction and you have pushed the body, so body is moving forward with V0 velocity, right there?
Yes, sir.
There is no friction, so V0 will not change. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Think of what being told. Full throttle, exactly the same. In total, follow it, please. You have pushed it. So this point is rubbing it, correct? Yeah? What is the acceleration of this point as seen by you? In which direction the point is moving? The point is moving forward, correct?
Yes, sir.
And as it is moving forward, what is relative velocity? You will say in the forward direction? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if it is moving in the forward direction, then what does the ground try to do? Will it not try to stop it? Because friction will act in the direction opposite to acceleration I have told you the other day.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
When you are pushing it or when you have pushed it. In fact, when you are pushing it, then you are getting it in acceleration in the forward direction, correct? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And the ground being at rest, this point with respect to you, you are stay put on ground, is moving forward with an acceleration.
Yes, sir.
This point P, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So relative acceleration will be in which direction? Forward only. Why forward? I'm at
Because-
rest.
Yes, sir.
The relative acceleration of this point can be written as point P with respect to Earth, which you know can be expanded to point P with respect to me. I'm looking from Earth, isn't it? Earth is at rest, right? Yes. So there is no point writing relative. You know that relative will be in the same direction as that of what I have written over here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if relative is forward, then force of friction should act in which direction? You tell me now.
The backwards.
So backwards.
Should act in the backward direction. Please be very careful of force of friction direction. Because force of friction direction, if in any case you are not consolidated on, everything will go topsy-turvy. Entire of your effort will end in a torpedo if you are not cementing your position on friction direction. So team import is first to understand in which direction friction will act. If you don't know direction of friction there, then will you be ever to write equation of motion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is imperative on us, it is incumbent on us that any problem which you have been served with, you need to first pick on the direction of friction because that is only we are not very sure of. Rest of the forces we are almost sure of. Normal, mg, we know in which direction they are to act. But friction ambiguity is not clear. Therefore, we need to freeze on direction of friction first. Clear, yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so now we know that friction will act in which direction in this case. Tell me which direction it should act in.
So backwards.
What are you saying here? Is
Yeah.
it backward? I don't know. I have to check. Fine. Sorry. Correct. It will be in the backward direction, right, dear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Dear?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So if it is in the backward direction, then what is the tendency of friction vis-a-vis? I'm asking for tendency vis-a-vis V naught and omega naught. What it is trying to do to V naught and what to omega naught. Think about it. What it is trying to do to V naught and what to omega naught. Are you getting from here a clear picture on what friction is trying to do? Is it trying to decrease V naught? Think about it. Is friction trying to decrease V naught or not? That is apparent. This figure is self-illustrative, dear. Look
Yes,
at the
yes.
figure,
Yes.
you get
Yes, sir.
answers to my questions. Look at the
Yes.
figure, you get answers to my questions. First is not FS trying to decrease V naught?
It is.
It
Yes, sir.
is.
It is.
F naught is trying to decrease V naught. I'll come to the equations later. I have told you there are two equations to be paid heed to always, and I'm not going back on those. To facilitate their writing, I need few of your answers. First being, is Fs trying to decrease V naught? You have endorsed it. Next, place yourself at center. Is it okay? Where are we? We are at the center of sphere given. Clear, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, how many forces do act on sphere? 3, normal, mg and Fs, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As we know, normal will pass through wherever we have put up, so it will not produce any torque. Mg also will pass through wherever we have put up. We have put up at center, I have told you already, correct?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
Mg
sir.
will also not produce any torque, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Normal Mg are not qualified to produce torque about the point I have placed myself, correct here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, will Fs produce torque or not?
Yeah, it should. Yes, sir.
Fs will produce, and we know about torque. Please keep on muttering, dear. This radio silence is telling off. You all are not revising, particularly Adesh and Vedant. Adesh, Vedant, please you remember, this is the only time with you. Later you will not get time. Please get into the
Yes.
revision mode. Okay?
Yes,
Later, if
sir.
you think it will be easy, please do ask your seniors, and you'll get to know later will be all the more bogged with work. Clear, dear?
Yes, sir.
Also, please revise. Now tell me if that's the case, which is what the case shown over here, normal mg, Fs is acting in the backward direction. Of course, Fs will produce torque. And let me ask you now on direction of torque. Direction of torque means not the sense in which the torque is trying to rotate body. Please distinguish between direction and sense. Sense can be clockwise or anti-clockwise. Is it okay, dear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Direction can be any. Okay, eastward, northward, westward, northeast, infinite direction. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not asking sense. I'm asking, you are to calculate everything from center. And you know torque due to friction or any force is marked as R cross F. So over here R
Yes, sir.
cross F. And you should be aware of what is R. What is R?
The radius of the sphere.
So radius of the sphere.
So in this formula, what is R? In this
That's
formula, find the tantamount to radius that will look into it. That will look in later. For now, what is R? General amorphous R. What does this mean? Metric equation.
It's perpendicular distance from line of action of force from the point of calculation.
That is when we calculate magnitude, dear. That's the reason I asked you. That is, Krish, when I'm asking you on magnitude of torque, correct?
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay. When I'm asking you not on magnitude but vector per se, I'm asking you on vector at large, correct, dear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vector at large means wherever you are, that will be the tail of vector R, and where the point is, that will be head of vector R, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this will be R12. And R known, Fs known. I think Adesh can let me know on direction of torque. Direction of torque, Adesh. In which direction will the torque be? Adesh, if you can unmute yourself.
So will it be minus J cap?
Which is J
Minus
cap.
K cap. Sorry. Minus
I'm
K.
writing I cap, J cap. Right, tell me now.
So
Which direction there?
minus K cap from R to F.
That's right. It will be in the direction minus K cap. Correct, yeah?
Yes,
Into
sir.
the right, yeah. You have to bring the tails together, isn't it? And then R cross F, if you will turn from R to Fs through smaller angle, you'll get to know that it is directed into the board, right, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So direction is into the board, okay? And magnitude, as Krish was indicative of, magnitude will be simply Fs into R, where R is radius, because mod of small r is capital R, correct, dear?
yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Instead of small r, you say it is akin to capital R being the radius, correct, dear?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
The only torque produced over here is courtesy friction, about point C, of course, is courtesy friction, and that is equated to Fs into R. Now, Fs into R we know will be equal to I naught into alpha. I'll be using it later, but for now, Fs into R will be equal to I naught into alpha. And Fs into R is trying to rotate it in which direction, that also you know, which direction you know, also you know sense. Sense will be clockwise, will it be? Check once.
Yes, sir.
Will it be clockwise sense?
No.
How do we get
Yes,
to
sir.
know on sense? How do we get to know on sense, dear?
Yes,
We get
sir.
to know on sense being at C. If I'm at C, I will find friction rotating in anti-clockwise only, correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm at C and friction is acting at the bottom, right here. I'm at C, friction is acting over here. So what will I find? I'll find that friction is trying to rotate it in this sense, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is what I meant by sense. So sense is clockwise as seen by us from this side of board, and it is equal to I naught into alpha. Okay, done with it. So can I now qualify making a comment that torque is trying to increase omega? Why did
Yeah,
I
yes,
say
sir. So because both of them act in the anti-clockwise direction.
alpha is nothing but d omega by dt, correct, dear? Alpha is nothing but d omega by dt, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
What is acceleration? dv by dt. Linear acceleration is dv by dt, right, dear?
Yes,
Where
sir.
Sir.
yeah, velocity, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Similarly, alpha is angular acceleration, and angular acceleration is written as d omega by dt, where omega is angular speed. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So I just wanted to know from you, what is friction trying to do? You got me an answer. Friction is trying to decrease V naught and increase omega, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Adesh, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we seek our equations. Which equations I'm hinting on? I'm hinting on the equation of translational motion and equation of rotational motion. One is off center of mass and the other is about center of mass. Correct, yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me write the first one, which is off center of mass. Let us write the first one, which is off center of mass. So I'm writing equation of center of mass or for center of mass. For, not from. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Center of mass is normal up, mg down, friction Fs backwards. So can we write it down this way? Mass into acceleration of center of mass is equal to minus of Fs.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Hmm.
Second law of motion, nothing much. No rocket science this day. Newton's second law of
Yes,
motion.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why brooding for this long?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, frame is inertial. I'm taking frame to be inertial, so Fs is equal to m into ACM.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
this is the equation. And this is the only I seek. I don't seek normal is equal to mg. That is not required as of now. Otherwise, we can write normal is equal to mg as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So m into ACM is equal to minus of Fs is what we are getting. And incidentally over here, by the way, ACM is constant. Why? Because initial as it was rubbing. So we can, now this is very important. That's the reason I began with Fs. This is from team import. Please pay heed to this. Fs can be here replaced by Fk. Tell me why.
By
Fs
FK.
okay, replaced by Fk. Tell me why. Because we have proved that there will act force of friction owing to rubbing of one surface on the other, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
One
sir.
is rubbing on the other. Are you getting it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
Surface is rubbing on the other, and which we have been proving, we have proved it now. One surface is rubbing on the other, then we can change Fs by Fk. Clear?
FK. Yes, sir.
Okay, and that advantage we will seek, but not now, later. By Fk. I wish you to continue with Fs, and there is a purpose behind of it. Tell me, in my second equation from mass. I have to write my second equation from center of mass. So how can we realize it? Second equation means I am at the center of mass and I want to write an equation. So what shall I do? I want to write an equation for torque, right?
Already
Are we
written
torque
there.
equation equal to? That one, the one that I have written over here, just rewriting it. FSR is equal to I naught into d omega by dt, correct? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. These are my two equations. And we know that ACM can be marked as dVCM by dt, correct?
Yes, sir.
dVCM by dt is equal to now. Will you approve of this one?
Yeah,
And
yes, sir.
change it to K. So Fs being removed by Fk, correct? Yeah?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And normal
Yes,
is
sir.
equal to, you know that in this case, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So VCM is what to us? VCM is equal to minus of mu k g into T plus a constant. Check it there, check it. This is nothing but linear equation in a way. You remember linear equation?
Yeah, yeah, yes,
V,
sir.
Vx is equal to Vx naught plus Ax into T. Is there with all of you?
Yes, sir.
Vx is equal to Vx naught plus Ax into T. Can you recollect?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The only rider over here was Ax must be constant, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And which we are in adherence. Rax is constant, right? Dear, see for yourself. What is Rax? Mu k into g. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
So Rax is constant. So we are anyway to get this, but I want you to follow this step. If it is not constant, accordingly function will be given to you. So this will be fool's proof method. Don't take blindly without getting into due diligence that Ax will always be constant. Here it is constant, no doubt about it. So you can use directly the equation. What would have been written directly? VCM is equal to Vx naught, which is V naught, right here, minus mu kgt, correct? Check it out.
Yes, sir.
Which is what you are getting from here as well, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Of course, we have to get that only. Okay, so this is VCM equation, which indicates, as we did find, VCM will decrease with time, right there?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, good enough. Now we go for the other one. We go for this equation. Is it okay? Second.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What do we get? Again, if we are following omega is equal to omega naught, we can use. But once I have used it, let me integrate this time. Fs is how much to us, dear? Mu k mg, right?
Yes,
R
sir.
as I naught comes down, dt gets to the side is equal to d omega. Integrated, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do we get from here? We get from here mu k m g r. They are all by I naught. They are all constants. So out of integration, dt when integrated will get me t, correct?
Yes, sir.
Plus a constant of integration is equal to omega. Can we say that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. At t equal to 0, what was omega? Omega naught, right there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And direction over here is important here. Let me bring that point 4. Direction over here is of team import. Why I'm saying so? Let me incorporate in this itself. Were given to you. Were given to you. This is initial value or direction of omega naught. Is it okay? Visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If this were given to you, then you should have written over here minus of omega naught.
Minus. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As of now, I will write plus of omega naught. If I'm going with the white marker, I'll be replacing rather c by omega naught. Are you getting it?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Were by yellow mark was to go, then would have replaced c by minus of omega naught, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know why? You
Yes,
know
sir.
why? Because your torque is supportive of clockwise direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what you got, the initial omega going by the yellow one, was not in agreement with torque direction, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So C for yellow one will be replaced by minus omega naught, and C for the one that we are in, the white one, will be replaced by omega naught. This is very important. Am I clear on this to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So what will be my equation shaping to eventually? What will it shape to? Tell me. The
So
second one,
omega
this
is
one
equal
we got.
so omega is equal to mu k mgr by I naught plus omega naught.
Okay, let me write that down. This is mu k mgr by I naught plus omega naught, of course, is equal to omega to s. Okay, so we have the data now. We have the data vis-a-vis VCM and omega. Let me then ask you a question here. With what being given, omega naught is equal to 0.4. If you look into the figure, all of you, V is decreased and omega is increased by Fs, correct?
Yeah, yes,
V
sir.
is and omega is
Omega
increased
is
by
increased.
Fs or
Yes,
Fk to be
sir.
precise, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Fk is decreasing V and increasing omega. And we started with initial value of omega less than what is required for pure rolling. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
For pure rolling, what value of omega was required? V naught by R, correct dear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And we started with V naught by 2R, correct dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So our aim was to either increase omega or decrease V, agreed?
Yes, sir.
Because we are coming from establishing what is the author placing this at. The author is positioning the question at establishment of pure rolling, correct dear?
Yes, sir.
And what to us is the Achilles heel? It being omega not conducive with V naught. Then I am to look for is omega V naught. We get to see from here that omega is less than what is required for pure rolling. Is it or not?
So there was disturbance, sir. Can
Omega
you?
is less than what is required for pure rolling. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
So we need to increase omega,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
which is akin
Yes,
to
sir.
Decreasing V naught?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we want omega to be increase and V naught to be decrease. And which force is, in our case, which force is coming to our rescue? Can we say Fs?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because Fs is decreasing, as you know, Fs is increasing omega and decreasing V. Correct, dear? So Fs is coming to our resort, correct, dear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Now I wish from all of you, get me, I think I missed you. Get me time when pure rolling will get set. Get me time when pure rolling will get set. By pure rolling getting set, what I mean, think about it. By pure rolling getting set, I mean VCM should be equal to R omega, right?
Mm, Yeah, yes,
If
sir.
VCM is equal to R omega, pure rolling is getting set, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So I
sir.
seek the time when VCM is equal to R omega. So that you can do back your place. Correct, dear? You can get time from here, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yes, sir.
VCM is given to you multiplied with R. You multiplied with R, multiplied with R, multiplied with R, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Create VCM to omega R, correct?
Yes,
That'll
sir.
get you time. And that is the time when pure rolling will get set, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Remember, once pure rolling gets set, friction will cease to act. This again is an important concept. Once pure rolling is getting set, friction will cease to act. Friction will not act anymore, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Body
Yes,
will
sir.
continue to roll till eternity. Body won't stop unless disturbed. Body won't stop. You'll ask me then why so that the wheel stops. That is because it is not without of bulging. When you see a wheel, you'll see that it is bulged at the point of contact. So it is owing to the bulging that normal shifts and it stops and the wheel stops. I'll come to that later. For now, remember, if we are to keep the ideal case, no bulging, ground being not with granules, ground being not smooth but flat to us, then it will continue to roll. It will never stop. Am I clear on this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Because the only force to stop it, which is Fs, ceases to act the moment body attains the state of pure rolling, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. Now, let me tweak this question. And as I have taken the yellow mark, let me get you the yellow one with this value. Is it okay? V naught by omega r. Value remains the same, but direction got changed, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting what I'm trying to suggest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So omega now is in this direction and V is forward, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me what are the changes which you are to factor in?
Sir, now,
Is point P slipping or is cease to sleep? Is
sir,
point P slipping or it has ceased to slip?
sir, initially it will slip.
Initially only. I'm positioning my ask to initial stadia. Is point P initially slipping or it has ceased to slip? What will you say? Tell me, dear. Tell me, Adesh, is it slipping or not? Is point P slipping or not? Omega naught is in this direction. It's very rational. You can
Okay, yes,
either
sir.
do it by, yeah, you can either do it by
Yes.
relative constant or you can logically tell me what will it be the case.
Sir,
What will it be the case gelling well with it? So what will be the case gelling well with it? Tell me, Adesh.
It's
What will be
slipping.
the case gelling well with it? Slipping or non-slip?
Slipping.
Slipping. So slipping in which direction? Forward, right here?
Yes, sir.
So friction continues to act in the backward direction, right here?
Yes, sir.
Friction continues to act in the backward direction. And what friction is that? That also we know, right? Vedant, Fk or Fs? Vedant, Fk or Fs, which force is that? Fk or Fs?
FK.
Fk.
It's moving, it's FK.
Fk, fine. I got Fk only, fine, it is Fk. So Fk is acting in the backward direction. But now there is one catch. A simple catch. Or I'll say exception to what we had earlier. Exception to what we had earlier being, this time Fk is trying to decrease both. This time Fk is trying to decrease both. By both I mean V naught and omega naught. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting it here? This time Fk is trying to decrease both. V naught it was, it continues with it. Also it is trying to, which is a new to us, decrease omega naught, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, with that being on the backdrop, tell me what shall these equations change by? Now that is the backdrop. In the backdrop, in the hindsight, what changes we are to make in the hindsight? Tell me, dear. What changes shall I make over here in the hindsight? In the backdrop of both are being opposed. Both omega naught and V naught being opposed by Fk. So tell me where will show that opposition? Of course, this will not see any change because this was in opposition, is in opposition, it continues, correct here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will this continue or see a change?
So it's
Yeah, it
a
should change, sir.
What change will it
It
see?
will change.
It will be minus. So omega
so
r.
minus
That is what we
omega.
were, that is what we were hinting at. That's the reason I have taken back to back the questions. This will change to minus of
Minus.
omega naught, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. So these being the equations, now with you the fresh set of equations. Tell me which will happen. Which of the two? See, one thing you must be very sure of, class. That if omega continues to be in this direction, that means if omega is anti-clockwise and V is forward. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
If omega is
Yes.
anti-clockwise and V is forward, then we can never get the state of pure rolling. Agreed or not? If omega is
Yes, sir.
anti-clockwise and V forward, then we will never be able to attain pure rolling state.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It
Yes,
is
sir.
not only about just V should be equal to omega.
Sir, yes,
V
sir.
can be omega. Suppose you have rolled it and you have adjusted so that V becomes equal to omega. That is up to us, right, dear? To give initial
Yes,
omega, to give initial V is up to us. And we can also be asked question over here on this to dupe. They do ask question that V naught is equal to omega R means it will be a case of pure rolling when viewed from ground. You need to be very cautious. Not all V naught omega R equality is to get you pure rolling. Because you can set omega naught in this direction and V naught in forward direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
And you can adjust V naught equal to omega R. It is up to you to adjust by machine, correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So if you
sir.
do pure rolling case, never. It will not get you the pure rolling case. So also it's important to us to see that they are conducive to each other, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
By
sir.
that what I mean that if the green, if the yellow one is to be adhered to, that means the direction is always anti-clockwise and V is forward, then we can actualize. We will never be able to realize pure rolling case, correct?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So when can we realize pure rolling case? Two cases are there with us. When can we actualize pure rolling? Two cases. Either omega changes its direction or V does, correct?
Yes,
Either
sir.
omega changes its direction or V does. One should
Yes,
change
sir.
its direction,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then can we realize pure rolling. Are you getting it, dear? Are you getting what I'm trying to present over here? Getting is a very important point, should not be lost on you. That in this state is not possible. So either V naught will have to change its direction or will have to omega naught, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't know which one will become 0 first. Because the one which will become 0 first will change the direction, correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One which will become 0 first will change the direction. I'll present it this way. This is the chalk piece holder right here. Look over here of you. Chalk piece holder, you have rotated it this way, correct? And you have pushed it forward, correct?
Sir.
It is rotated and is moving forward as well, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now there are two cases. Case number one, V becomes 0 before of omega, correct? Or let's
Yeah.
say
Yes, sir.
V becomes 0 before of omega. So omega is still there, but body is not translating, correct?
Yes, sir.
Getting it? Getting it? Omega is
Yes,
still there.
sir.
Omega has not become 0. But V has become 0. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Friction
Yes, sir.
continues to act in the backward direction, right? Check it out.
Yes, sir.
Friction backward. Now what will friction do? Friction will give it a velocity in this direction, correct?
So can you repeat? I don't understand properly this part.
This body is rotating, and as this body is rotating, and I have taken V equal to 0, but there being some omega. So the leftover omega it is rotating with, and V is 0. Friction is acting backward, as you can see over here. This is the point of contact. So friction is acting backward. It continues to act in the backward direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now what will friction do is force is acting in this direction, and initial velocity in this direction is 0. What will force do? Force will produce velocity in this direction because there is acceleration in this direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So body will start moving this way, correct?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So which kinematical quantity did change its direction? Which kinematical quantity in this case did change its direction? You will say V, correct, dear?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
How
Yes,
is
sir.
omega changing its direction, dear? Omega remains the same now, Krish.
Yes, sir.
Omega is outward, it remains outward, correct, dear?
Yes.
Anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. So what changes direction? It was moving forward, velocity was forward. Now velocity is in which direction? Backward direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This was case one. Case one, body will retract. Body will retract when what becomes 0 first? V becomes 0
V.
first. Idea?
Yes, sir.
Now as V has become 0 and it has changed its direction, then pure rolling can be established. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Case number 2. Omega becomes 0. Body was moving and rotating as well. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Now omega becomes 0. Body is moving, but omega is 0. Can you view it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Friction here, backward.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will friction try to do?
Sir,
2
rotate.
omega. You
Sir,
will try
rotate.
to take clockwise, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Friction backward. V is still there. Now, this friction which is acting backward, which was opposing omega, will get you omega in a different direction, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So now the body will start moving and going this way, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So rolling will get established this time, but body doesn't retract. Okay? Rolling will get established, pure rolling will get established, and the body will be moving away from you, correct? Yeah? In
Yes,
which
sir.
case body is moving away from you when what becomes 0 first?
Sir, I
Omega
don't,
or V naught.
sir, I don't
So
understand the
what?
question.
In which case body will continue to move away from you. In the case when omega becomes 0 first or V becomes 0 first.
So omega becomes 0 first.
Omega becomes 0 first, right? Because 1 is to become 0. We know either V naught or omega naught should change their direction. And by changing their direction, what I mean that 1 should become 0 first. Now, which will become 0 first? That is for us to decide, and I'll be asking a question on it. But based on which is to become 0 first, we are to get whether the pure rolling will get established by body moving away from me or pure rolling will get established after of the body's retract. Correct, yeah?
Sir, can you
Am
explain
I
it
clear
once?
on this one? This is very important. Am I clear on
Yes,
this one?
sir.
Sir,
Yes,
can you
sir.
explain it once more? I'm not very sure I know this, sir. I don't get
Which
it.
one? Which one?
So these two cases, I don't understand both of them properly.
This is shown. The second case I'm repeating.
Yes,
This
sir.
is the body which is rotating and moving forward, rotating and moving forward. Now, as it is rotating and moving forward, friction is acting backwards, and backward it will continue to act. Now,
Yes,
what
sir.
happens? We assume that omega becomes zero. V is still there. That means body has ceased to rotate for a moment, but it has ceased to rotate. And V is still there. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
V is still there. Are you getting it? It's still moving
Yes.
forward. It's translating. Omega became zero. Now friction will act at point of contact in which direction? Backward direction.
Yes, sir.
It continues to act in backward direction. Friction doesn't change direction, right there.
Yes, sir.
So if it continues to act in the backward direction, what will friction now do is to provide omega clockwise sense, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So friction will provide or rotate this body now in what sense? Clockwise. Body will start rotating clockwise and was moving forward as well. Now this is the case conducive for us to get somewhere pure rolling established, correct?
Yes, sir.
So pure rolling somewhere will get established, but when pure rolling will get established, body will be seen to be moving away from me, correct? Body was through and through moving away from me, correct, dear? And
Yes, sir.
continues to
Yes,
move
sir.
away from me. And movement away from me is making pure rolling get set. And this will happen when first what becomes zero? Omega becomes zero,
Omega.
correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
In the second case, we saw that pure rolling will get established when the body retracts, correct? And this when the body retracts, when the body returns,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
And in this case, what became zero first? V became zero first, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so it depends which one is becoming zero, because the one which will become zero will decide motion. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Or you can say the
Yes,
one
sir.
which will become zero will change its direction. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and changing a direction is imperative for me because change in direction only can establish pure rolling in the case at hand. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now tell me, if we were given with solid sphere, and for solid sphere, I naught is equal to, you know, all of you, 2
Yes,
by
sir.
5 r square, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You can take small m over here. 2 by 5 mr square, correct? Now tell me, which will become zero first here? VCM or omega? Which will become zero first? VCM or omega? Nothing much is to be done. Just place VCM 0, get T from here. Place omega 0, get T from here. Clear, dear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Get you when speed is becoming 0 and when omega. I'll get you when speed is becoming 0 and when omega. Nothing much over here. First equation, place T equal to 0. So you for the second one. First one will get you when V becomes 0, and second will get you when omega becomes.
The T is for the first one. So V naught is equal to mu K. T is equal to V naught by mu Kg.
So first one will get you T equal to V naught by mu Kg, right? And second one, this being 0 means T is equal to omega naught R divided by 2 by 5 mr squared. It goes up, correct?
Yes, sir.
Omega naught R this side and over here divided by mu K mg R square, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so m gone, R square gone. We get it as 2 omega naught R by mu Kg, correct? 5 mu kg, 5 as well, right?
Okay.
2 omega naught r by 5 mu kg. Are you all on same page?
So,
Yes, sir.
1 second. Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's fine. Krish?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, of course, we know from here with the relation given, what was omega? Omega initial is V naught by 2r, right? So I substitute over here V naught by 2r, correct? We will have with V naught 5 mu kg, right?
Yes, sir.
Just substituting for omega naught, V naught by 2r, right here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So you can let me know which is to become 0 first, speed or omega. First one is for speed becoming 0 first. Second is for omega, correct? So which will become 0? Of course, omega is becoming 0. Omega is less, right? Yeah.
Yes,
T
sir.
omega is less. T omega is less than TV. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Less means it will take lesser time, correct?
Yes, sir.
So omega will become 0. Did we say that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
If omega becomes 0 first, then pure rolling will get set with body moving away from me or coming towards me.
Away from me, sir. Away from you, sir.
Yeah, away from us, away from me. Correct, yeah?
Yes,
Got
sir.
this concept? Yeah, this concept is on team import. Please try, get it sync. Please don't skim the surface. Scratch the surface, let it sink. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tesh, am I clear? Vedant,
Yes,
am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So we got to know how to go about these questions. Good. Next, write down. Given mu is equal to tan theta by 7. Given mu is equal to tan theta by 7.
Is it theta by 7 or the entire thing divided by 7?
Tan theta whole divided by 7.
Okay.
Tan theta whole divided by 7. That is half of mu minimum required for pure rolling. That is half of mu minimum required for pure rolling. What was mu minimum required in this class only you have found? What was mu minimum required for a solid sphere or sphere as we call?
Sir.
2 tan theta by 7. You only did find Krish, correct? Yeah. So given is half of it, correct? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It is tan theta by 7. That means it is half of it, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
Yes, sir.
As the sphere rolls down the inclined plane, as the sphere rolls down this inclined plane, find distance by which it slips. Find distance by which it slips to the distance by which it rolls. Find distance by which it slips to the distance by which it rolls. It is one of a kind question which you find in SC Varma. I think it's 57 or 56 question. In SC Varma, you find left page, bottom part, questionnaire segment. Now it's one of a kind. Why so? Because see, when the body is rolling, only rolling, think about a situation. The body is under pure rolling state, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
if the body is under pure rolling state, then we can say that body has slipped by zero distance, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
It is in pure rolling state, of course, there will be no slipping. So body has slipped by zero quantum, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But if the body is not in pure rolling state, if the body is rolling with slipping, which is what the case at hand is suggestive of, correct? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
The case at hand is suggestive of it is rolling, but it is not pure rolling, it is rolling with slipping, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if the state is of rolling with slipping, then what is to happen is to be seen. Now here it will be an onerous, very cumbersome ask to find what distance it has slipped by and what distance it did roll by. Are you getting the predicament that I am in?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting the
Yes, sir.
predicament that I am in? If it is rolling without slipping, I would have said that it went down rolling and rolled by what distance? I would have written the length of inclined plane. Correct, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Rolled down by what distance? Length of inclined plane. And slipped by what distance? Zero. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But here, that is not the case which the author is suggestive of. Author is suggestive of there being a case in which it is rolling with slipping. Now to find by what distance it rolled and by what distance it slipped is one of a kind problem in a Shivama. Please be mindful of the fact. Please don't be in illusion that I am suggesting that body will for some distance only roll and for some distance only slip. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
It's not that the body prerogative to decide that okay, first I will slip and then I will roll, or first I will roll and then I'll slip. That is not the case. They are amalgamated. Are you getting it?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, so this amalgamation is very difficult for us to separate by certain precision. We'll have to, but it's very difficult for us. Yes, it is difficult for us to analyze. That's the reason I am dwelling for this long. That how will I be able to get it? But we can get it mathematically. We can get it mathematically, and that is what we'll try to solve. Please try to understand where from the author is coming. Author is trying to separate with certain precision, is trying to separate rolling motion from translational motion. Sorry, rotational motion from translational motion. Correct, yeah?
Yes,
Mm,
sir.
yeah, yes, sir.
So that is what we are to appreciate. This is something to marvel. That's the reason I generally don't miss on this question. So how will you be able to? Easy said than done. You can gauge, you can guesstimate. But how can you get exactly by what distance it slipped and by what distance it rolled? That takes the cake. So this question, let us try to solve. Let us try to draw for the case. Now, this is the inclined plane. Inclined at an angle theta. This is the sphere which is to roll. Initial omega 0, omega naught 0. Friction, as you know, when you will leave, will act in this direction. Handle not or slipping current. So Fk will act, right here.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking of the state when it is slipping, correct? So Fk is acting at that time. And when it is not, you know Fs is acting, correct?
Yes, sir.
So Fk is acting is a case of rolling with slipping. Initial omega known to you. You are also known to forces acting. One is normal as we know, the other mg, correct?
Yes, sir.
Let us break mg in the component that we want. One is mg sine theta down the inclination, and the other is mg cos theta perpendicular to the inclination, right?
Yes, sir.
And as I do every other time here, I advocate for two equations, right here.
Yes, sir.
I always advocate for two equations. Can you help me writing those two equations in this case?
So first one, translational one, we'll write the Newton's second law of motion.
Yes, translational one will read mg sine theta minus fk is equal to m into acm, right?
Yes, sir.
mg sine theta minus fk is equal to m into acm. All of you in agreement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Adesh, fine with you? Adesh? Adesh, unmute yourself. You aren't audible, dear. Adesh, any technical glitch? Okay, fine. Let's continue. mg sine theta minus fk is equal to m into acm, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now fk is what to us? Fk is equal to mu into normal, correct?
Yes, sir.
Or mu into normal, right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And how
sir.
much mu k, that also is known to us. Mu k was tan theta by 7, right?
Yes, sir.
So tan theta by 7 into mg cos theta. What is this to get you? This to get you 1 by 7 g sine theta, correct? M as well. Please do
Yeah.
check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Idea mg
Yeah.
sine theta by 7. This is what to us. This is what we are getting as the equation for fk. This is fk, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let us place fk here. What we then get is mg sine theta minus mg sine theta by 7, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is equal to m into acm, right?
Yes, sir.
Which will get us acm. Tell me how much is acm from here?
Sir,
Adesh, right there.
ACM is
Adesh, I'm not getting
Sorry,
you.
sir, there's something wrong with my Wi-Fi. Continuously going and coming.
Okay, is it has it got reinstated now?
So I don't know, it might go again, but I'm trying.
Okay. Am I visible or not? You are noting it down, right?
So it's blurry. It's there's something wrong with it. It's a bit blurry.
Okay. Vedant, you're recording, right? Yeah, right, Vedant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So ACM is from here. How much, Krish? Tell me.
the 16 sine 6g sine theta by 7.
Very good. 6g sine theta by 7. This is ACM. Okay, good enough. So we got ACM. We got from translational equation ACM, correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, good.
sir.
Now
Yes,
we
sir.
go for the rotational aspect. Let us go for the rotational aspect as well and see what we get from there. Fk into R will be the torque, Fkr,
Yes, sir.
and Fk into R is equal to how much to us? I naught into alpha. So that
Yeah. Yes, sir.
equal to I naught into alpha. Clear? Vedanta and Adesh, the two of you are also clear on this equation. Fk
Yes,
into
sir.
R is equal to I
Yes,
naught
sir.
into alpha.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Delta.
So Fk is what to us? Just now I wrote Fk is this. So mg sine theta by 7 whole into R is how much to us? I naught. How much is I naught? 2 by 5
Right.
m R square. This into alpha. Correct, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, dear?
Yes, sir.
Now what is alpha from here? Tell me. Or what is R alpha from here? 1 So R alpha from here is equal to 5g sine theta by 14, right?
The 14R.
14R. No, R alpha by 14.
Okay, R
Not
alpha.
alpha, R alpha, okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is what is R alpha to me, and this is what is ACM to me. Clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we got ACM, we got R alpha. Center of mass is moving with what acceleration? ACM, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mass will move with what acceleration? ACM. And point P over here, what acceleration are you to associate with point P? Think about it. Point P, what acceleration shall I associate with point P? Just think about it. Acceleration associated with point P. How can we write? P with respect to Earth, correct? Which
Yes.
will be P with respect to center plus center with respect to Earth. Agreed here?
Yes, sir.
You know, by the way, this one we have seen the other day. This equates to ACM minus alpha R in I cap direction. Differentiation of VCM minus omega R, right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ACM, P with respect to C will be alpha in minus I cap direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what will be ACM minus alpha R, right?
Yes, sir.
Getting it, Vedant, Adesh? Check one
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Important question, Vedant.
Yes, sir.
This one, how do we get? It's clear with the two of you? Adesh?
Yes,
Vedant
sir.
is clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, ACM is known to us, right? How much is ACM? 6G from here. 6G sine theta by 7, correct? And how much is alpha from here? 5G sine theta by 14, correct?
Yes, sir.
4 into I cap. What we get eventually? See for yourself.
The
What do
7
we
G
get
sin theta.
eventually?
The G sin theta by 2.
How much?
The G sin theta by 2.
G sine theta by 2. Okay. 14 and this will be 2, 12. 12 and
12 minus 5. So it'll be 7.
half. So 7 by 14, yeah, correct. So G sine theta by 2, correct? This is what
Yes.
we are getting. Now, acceleration of point P is G sine theta by 2. And acceleration of center of mass is 6G sine theta by 7, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Center of mass moves by from here to here, let's say it moves. It moves by what distance? L distance. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's say. So L is how much for us? L is equal to half 6G sine theta by 7 into T square. Can we say that?
Yes, sir.
And equation S is equal to UT, that one. Correct here?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acceleration is constant. We are qualified users of kinematic equation. Correct here?
Yes, sir.
And if we are qualified users, we are using it. L is equal to this much. Can you tell me what will be LP? LP, this is P. LP, that also is known to us. Initial was 0, this as well. And without acceleration, it is moving G sine theta by 2, correct? And
So
which
what is L?
direction? LP means this point. Which point you have calculated acceleration of, dear?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Point. So
Yes, sir.
LP means the distance point P will slip.
Yes, sir.
Why does it slip? Why did I say slip? Because we have used FK, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
So by what distance point P slips? That you will get by acceleration of point P, which is G sine theta by 2.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In which direction it is slipping? It is directed downwards, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So what distance it will slip by? Half G sine theta, right here, half A
Yeah.
into T square, right here, same time. Time is
Yes.
same. Whatever is time for this one will be time for this one, right there.
Yes, sir.
So will we get L by LP? Tell me what will be L by LP? What is the ratio? The ratio was asked, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what is the ratio from here? You can get it easily.
Sir, 12 by 7.
12 by 7. So this is a question, Nisivama. Second part of it we cannot do in want of theory. We have not got to that point. So this being what the distance that it has slipped by, or the relation between slipping and rolling. Am I clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Relation between
Yes.
slipping and rolling. Clear here?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. More to see in the question to come. Adesh has got to go. And let me tell you one more point which I have to raise over here. Maximum that rotational mechanics will ask for from here, what I'll go up to depends on the number of hours which I'm taking every day. But if it is around 1.5 hours, so it requires around 5 hours of class minimum. So it'll go for another 4 or 5 days. After of rotational mechanics, we'll be starting with fluid mechanics. Okay, please take a note of these topics. These are of great import topics. Fluid mechanics, very important.
So which mechanics?
Fluid mechanics.
Okay,
Fluids.
fluid.
Okay, we call it fluids. And it has in last 3 years it has gained some considerable ground with, I'll say, mains examination. Yet to see advance at that further, but it has gained considerable ground on mains examination pattern. That is there with us. After of that, you have simple harmonic motion. Okay.
Yes.
So these two are additional topics which I don't want to let go. So I'm just presenting to you, one being fluid mechanics and the other being this simple harmonic motion. And gravitation to Chris will be similar to electrostatics, so it's not much there. But these two topics are also of great import, Krish. Correct, yeah? So
Yes,
please.
sir. And after those thermodynamics and waves also, you sent a list, no, sir?
Yeah,
Thermodynamics.
thermodynamics and waves. Waves will come after of SHM, dear. Pattern which I'll follow will be pattern which I am to follow, or any rational is to follow, is after of this you have fluid mechanics. Then
Yes,
you
sir.
have simple harmonic motion. Then comes wave, and last comes thermodynamics.
Yes, sir. So what will be the thing for these two, sir? These two you will
I'll
not mention.
those part we'll talk to later. Fine. I just made letting you aware of the synchronization which is being followed, and accordingly we will be sticking to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have to stick to this. It's very important to follow a hierarchy, and we are sticking to this hierarchy. Clear, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Thank you, dear.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. Sir,
Ah,